And who are you?
Who are you? It doesn't force you like mobile games to click on this and go there and do that, because that doesn't sink in. You have to physically hit a wall where I cannot do as much damage as I should be, then go into your menu subsystems and start adding points and playing around. That sticks. Learn by doing, not by being told. And that's what I like about this game. It doesn't hold your hand, doesn't tell you what you want to do or be, it tells you what you might want to be, and you can just go ahead and try it. Make sure you're clicking transfer materials every so often. The shards, you can't use them till they're stored. Let's have a look. So the transfer materials, yeah, this one. Oh, shiz, I didn't know that. Good shout out, my man. Ooh, okay, so is this the cash store? Have we just hit the cash store by accident? Cosmetics only. But at the same time, I didn't know this existed. I'm actually wanting to spend money right now. Look at this guy. Okay. Oh, fuck. Will, you dickheads. You can have pets. Okay, I'm going to stay out of the store. Give away too much of the game. It's going to be awesome for me to find out on the way. Let's crack on with our story, bros. What's this thing? Ooh, what was this all about? The filthness. Pet is just a cosmetic. Yeah, the pet will be a cosmetic. I would imagine. If it did damage, then that would be pay to win. You just buy the biggest, baddest pet there is. Pet me, that's it. Rickety, rickety, ripped out. Rickety, rickety, ripped. I can't see my health, so I don't know if I need to health up or anything. Do you know why? Because the delete key stops the sound effects. If I do that, and then hit delete, it cancels my... Thanks, Cherub. You saved the day. You saved my bacon. Let's go. Okay, I'm just going to run away. Let my bots do the majority of damage. When you're big enough. Oh, come on. This guy's just OP. I've used all of my health potions trying to beat this guy. For the finish. Yes. Look at the loot. Oh, your mum would be proud. Mine wouldn't. Yours might.
Some loot.
My mum's very harsh with her words, and she's very literal. So if I said to my mum, I'm the first person in the world to ever gain gold hammer in this game, go,
And you fucking 40 years old, will you shut the fuck up?
F my life. She's one of them. I'm laughing because I can envision her saying these things. I will come back with the fact that she still watches terrestrial TV and listens to fucking radio. That blows my mind. Someone still is in the past and not in the future, which is gaming, VR, 3D, worlds apart. And I'm coming up to being, I'm essentially fully grown functioning adult who likes to come to the internet, play video games. And my mum just doesn't understand. Even my family, my young'uns, have no clue about what it is to be a creator or what's to be entertaining and alive with enthusiasm every time. I don't think it's easy, and I think that they see it as it's not a proper job. You're not out there lifting. I mean, I've done those jobs. I've drove lorries, forklifts, I've lifted bricks, painting and decorating, been a mechanic. I mean, I've done all those jobs, and they're all, to me, I don't like those jobs. So therefore I don't apply myself. What I like to do is create. I like to entertain. I like to bring a little bit of joy to somebody's life somewhere. That's what I like to do.
Look at all these dead pigs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 4 went through the floor. A lot of piggage. Entertain me, motherfuckers. And then now you're asking me to perform like a monkey on the spot. Cannot do such things. Need more bots. Come on now. Necromancy to the max. Mums will be in a bit. She had a meeting today at work. So she's going from her house to the meeting, then to me. We'll hang out tonight. I'm going to cook her a dinner. I believe the bone shards, 9, cost HP. They do. Basically, this cost me HP. I don't mind doing that. It doesn't take a lot of HP. People would shy away from it, but I'm just going to level it up. It doesn't cost me as much HP for as amount of damage it does. You don't actually have another fireball, which is weird. You would think as a necromancer you'd be using a staff with magic, as your main ability. So until I get different, I have to use distance-wise something that actually kills me. So it's not OP at the beginning, trust me. It's not OP at the beginning. There you go, man down. What I tend to do is just run away, let all of my bots take the brunt, come in for the big whoopage, the big paycheck. Here we go. What do we get? So we've got armor on the gloves of 10. We are currently 8, so we're going to take those. We're going to drop off the 8s. I could sell them, but I don't think it's worth it at the moment. 5 on the boots. Inky boots. They've got 23 increased minion damage, so while minions are more powerful, we need that. Technically, you're not a necromancer yet. You're an acolyte? How dare you call me this? That's racist, bro. Racist. I'll be what I want. I'm an acolyte that identifies as a necromancy. Yeah? My pronouns are necro, ancy, fancy necro. I'm mancy. Sorry, bro. One of them days. I'm a necromancer. Gachi-gasm. Oh, there you go. I mean, if you're rocking Gachi-gasm, I'm allowed to rock whatever I want to rock, right? Respect it. There's people that are identifying as cabbages. So why they're cabbage? I'm mancy. Someone say necromancer. We did. Oh, I said necromancy. Once you get further in the story, you'll be asked to pick which of the 3 you want. There's 4. Okay, we've unlocked a new town and a new lot of grief by the looks of it. So there you go. Dropping bare bastard swords. Like, that's just all I ever get. Bastard swords. Swords with no father. I like an early game. Like you say, a lot of it's automated later. I like an early game that it makes you do stuff. You know, it makes you learn. Like I was saying earlier, you learn more by doing rather than being taught. Cherub's got the skills. What is that? What kind of emote is that, bro? You're bringing your strange ass emotes into my chat. They all scream. Whenever you see anyone, they do a KSI. Oh, I love being a necromancer, boys. Or an acolyte. Call him acolyte. Wreck. Look at you running. Look at you running, boys. There you go. 6 down. Level 10. Have a word, sons. Have a word. He did a backflip when he died. That's dramatic. Ah, we got a new one. Transplant. What's this all about? Transplant is create a new body for you at the target location. Then detonates your body and deals massive damage. It's basically like Sub-Zero when he does the ice version of himself, jumps back and then does sick damage, yeah? Got the KSI clip. Uh-oh. I've been doing KSI clip. You know he's a great guy. I love his content. Okay, so casting transplant grants haste. I definitely want that. Oh, it's going to cost me health to use? Come on, son. Instead of mana, it uses 13% of my health bar. That better do some serious damage to warrant its 13%. Transfer your materials. Oh, my bad. I'll remember to do that, right? Give me a little bit of health each time. That should just be my standard attack. That's filth. You see, I can just suck life from them. Go like this, like succubusing.
And they're going down.
Just cannot die at this point. I can't believe I just discovered this.
This is filth.
The only thing you can do with materials you haven't stored is trade them, which you can't do anyways. Okay, because I'm too early in the game. Once you transfer them into your storage, you can actually use them to forge. Sucking the life from you, bro. Sucking your life out. Look at him. He don't stand a chance. He's just swamped with enemies. Oh, sneak attack. I like that the majority of the NPC enemies have their own personality. They have their own death animations. They have their own attack animations. It feels a bit more personal when you fight these dudes.
Every trinket I've gathered has been a step closer to this moment. Epoch will be the pinnacle of my collection.
What is the Epoch? Does anyone know what the Epoch stands for? There's a question to community. What is an Epoch? Is that a force? It's a source of power, right? You'll find out. This looks like a boss battle already. I'm here for the Epoch. Come at me, bro. We don't want to give it up. Oh, he's got a griffin. The man's got the griffin. Back up off that shiz. Keep sucking life out of it. Do damage, I don't care. Suck your life, boys. This is a bit OP. I've just gone right in the middle of my shiz, look. Oh, big life drain. Come on, sons. What is this?
Away with that one.
Be fair, over half a life bar gone. Let's go. Finish him. Oh, finished. No trouble. Deal with it. Leather boots? Hell yeah. Did use a couple of health potions there, I'm not going to lie. It weren't that easy. Right, let's have a butcher's. So we have... Cannot beat 13 armor. Bone mask is one of the proudest masks. I think I got that at like level 4, level 5. Still going strong. I can sell all this. Like none of this is really jumping out as any good, to be honest. And to beat that boss and get nothing, it's kind of a bit scabby. Like that is ridiculous. Probably a waste of time to focus so hard on gear at this level. Surely that's never a waste of time. Focusing on your gear and your character. Yes, we saved the keeper, the old guy. Trusty man for the save. The game's so good. Like, it's not even the story. I don't think the story's like gripped me. It's not bad. It's just not good either. It's just like, okay, the story's okay. The actual gameplay comes from leveling up your character, getting the items, grinding for the items, deforging your items, getting new items, going in, getting better moves, better abilities, upgrading those abilities. All of the stuff that you know and love from any MMO / ARPG is in this game. You don't need internet. It's not connected to the internet all the time. Like motherfucking Diablos. You can literally play it offline if you want with no internet whatsoever. If you ever can't pay your bills, you can still play your game. That's serious. That is something you don't see every day. Which is ridiculous because prior to 2000, every game was offline. Online was a feature that you had to click on. Deal with it. I've dealt with it. I know it stops piracy, but it doesn't help stability. Games are still being released broken. Things are still not working right. You are still getting kicked out of your game into a full black screen. Ooh. I'm only on chapter 2. How is that even possible? We're only on chapter 2. There's actually 2 ways to go. I'm going to go this way first.
What just happened? This place is fascinating.
We're very posh, aren't we? My man tried to do jump move. He's fell off the cliff. Fortunately, I forgot to sell my loot. I got too wrapped up in the story, which, I said wasn't that great. I got too wrapped up into it and ended up in some sort of dungeon. Can't believe how much damage them spirits do. If they just bash into anybody, they just kill them. Any fan of Diablo, if you've played Diablo once in your life and enjoyed it, you will like this type of game. Pretty much it's the same as Diablo, but on a more linear path. I don't feel like it's as open. You can't explore vast lands yet. There is some of that, but it is mainly linear. Which means you can't get lost, which is good. I'm a big fan of you, but I appreciate that, bros. What can I say to that? That's just, that's too much. Absolutely frickin' wrecked. Here we go. Oh, smack to your chin. Let's check the items out. Okay, what we got? We've got Chalice, two-handed spells, melee +9. That's just better damage. I want that. I want. Oh, this guy's got an egg for an head. I would really be gutted if I woke up one day and my hair had run away from my face to that extent. I've always had a high forehead. People say it's a 5 head. I don't mind. If I am the one who has the 5 head, I am the privileged and graced one. 5's better than 1, bro. Imagine 1. If I've got 5, and imagine where 1 is. 1's like right down by your eyeballs. I feel like part of my attacks is to throw out blood, which drains my health, and then bring blood back in by health stealing. I feel like that's the combo. So you're like forward, back, and then you're back to where you was. Look, 215. You don't actually burn any health by throwing it out. I'll throw 2 out, I'll bring 2 back in. And 2 back in will grab from an enemy and actually make that go boom, 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 right up to the top. Where did that come from?
Put chicken on the screen.
Rude.
Slapped a twerky instead of a turkey. I like that one. Here we go. Gold for days. Level 11. I love that. The endorphins you get from that. I'm not scared. Good suck on your blood. Suck on your blood. Gone. He's hanging. Bro. Okay, I'm feeling better about my Hadouken decision. I'll throw out the blood, do big damage, and then suck in the blood. Get it back real quick. Ooh, you sneaky beasts. Ambushed. I was ambushed. Oh, my man's. What in the world? It went big, boys. Oh, what that was. I don't want to fight it. I know that. Huge.
Not big.
T is the portal. Ooh, where does portal go? Back to base. Oi, oi, oi. My man's come up. He'll fall off the edge again. Watch. He done it big this time. He done it big. Goes back to town. You can take it from the base come back to where you left off. Oh, so I can go back to base, sort of sell all my shit and then come back here. Cheat code right there. That's almost like save states on 2D games.
Unacceptable condition! Unacceptable!
You're unacceptable. That was unacceptable.
I'm unacceptable.
If you don't like spoilers and you are watching this on YouTube on a rerun, definitely don't want to follow this all the way through if you're looking to play it. But first impressions wise, game is banging. And like I say, thanks to the developer for providing the key. I have no obligation to say the game is good. The game is good. It's worth your money. You can get a sale down below if you click the link in the YouTube video. I would imagine there is a lot of documentation about this game out already, because it's been out long enough and it was in a beta for God knows how long, right? Okay, G key. So this is all of your game guides. So if you want any help in the game, like myself, who's just scratched the surface right now, just jump in here and you're going to get a bunch of information. You can link to the article in the chat. That's serious. That is some seriously good game design right now. I'm at 40 hours and enjoying being disappointed by default. If you was disappointed with the game, and I would have recommended this, I have recommended this already. Diablo 4, the story was way more in depth and interesting, at least up to the first half of the game, than this game. If it was free to play, you could have forgive a lot of it, but it wasn't. I had to pay $75 on release, and I played it for a minimum of 3 hours and a maximum of 6 hours, so somewhere in between. And I haven't gone back because people already told me what I need to know. And that is that the game, story-wise, as a single-player experience, is great. Diablo, moving the franchise forward, being epic type of game, you're not going to see that. You're just going to see more free with a bit more polish. I think it's a good game. I just don't think it's 75 quid's worth of game. It's a $30 title. The problem is, if you'd have made it free to play, I would have forgive a lot of your things that you've been doing. Diablo Immortal is so concerned with making money that it doesn't pander to what the player wants. And what the player wants is way more important to make your game survive than what you want to earn. It's like what I was saying earlier about streaming, get into streaming because you love gaming, you love hanging out with like-minded people. You don't get into streaming to make money. If you get into streaming to make money, then you're not going to pander to what people actually want. You're pandering to your bank and makes it very little fun. And this is why you see some streamers mess up and have a go at their own crew because they're not giving them enough money. This is bullshit. This is not the way to run your business, not the way to run anything. It's just a bad start. I think Diablo Immortal did exactly that. If you didn't already know, this was created by the D3 players that saw writing on the wall for D4. That would suck. Heck. I get that. I did know that, and I did know that a lot of the player base for this game and the people that are sort of hyped about this game are the ones that were disappointed with D3 and 4. Now, I wasn't disappointed with D3 towards the end, and I got into that game quite late because I did see D3 coming, and when it did come, I thought, I'll play it when it's finished. Now it's finished, I would rather play D3, D4 on a personal level. On a live stream, obviously you'd rather play D4, right? Because that's where the viewerships are and stuff. But D3 is a better game, I think, as a whole. I enjoyed D3, and I started after ROS dropped. Oh, fair dues. I think we're spoiled for ARPGs at the moment. I think it takes a lot to stand out. And I feel like this one in particular stands out. D4 should have started with a good single player base, should have had free DLC on the first one, build upon protagonist and the story, then give me your season pass on that. Because I'm already invested, so I'm going to spend the money. You didn't make me want to play your game, so therefore when the season pass hit, all the in-game, buy this to pass this wall quicker and buy this to look good. When all that dropped, I was just like, I couldn't give a monkeys, because you already spoiled the initial impression. That's the worst thing you can do with your game. I'll give you a prime example. Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad games come out. It's the most boring content out here. It's basically what you had on the Xbox 360, not one of the popular ones at all. Once I say it and you see it, you cannot unsee it. Crackdown. Crackdown 1 and 2. Yes, my man, you got it. Crackdown, I feel like, was Suicide Squad's precursor. If you take those two games side by side, you can kind of see where they were going with it. They were kind of like, start you off with trash gear and trash stuff. You're going to level up and you're going to beat some bosses, and then you're going to want to pay us to get that epic loot and look good. It completely failed. So did Crackdown. Crackdown was popular for a 10-minute romp or a half an hour sit down on a weekend. It wasn't there to be an epic game of massive proportions. And they wanted Suicide Squad to be that and have that type of gameplay. I mean, it only gives you 10 minutes and then you know everything you're going to do. It's insane, right? Once you played that game for 10 minutes, you know what you're going to be doing for the rest of the game. Once you play Crackdown, you know you're going to be jumping from building to building. You know you're going to be able to jump higher, faster, run quick, probably get a rocket launcher, blow stuff up. This is what you know already with Suicide Squad. You know what you're going to be doing. So when you start Suicide Squad, the story's okay, yeah. Gameplay itself gets boring so quick, and they want you to do 80 hours before you even hit the end game. And when you hit the end game and get the Joker DLC, have you seen the Joker?
How feminine is that Joker?
Joker ain't worth 99p, let alone 15 quid, 20 quid on a DLC. I have no idea what this company is thinking, and it's got to be a woke culture type of game because nobody wants it. Nobody ever wants it, and the people they're pandering to buy it, there's no custom for it. So you have to appeal to the masses, and I feel like Suicide Squad was one of those things pandered to the minority. Minority ain't into that because they don't have any money. These people are like that because they're a little bit mentally ill and they don't have any money. They're like sheeple that are so full of wool that they can't see. See them walking around and they've got like wigs on and makeup done and you think, what the fuck? You've got hands the size of a basketball player, but you got the cheek to put a wig and some lipstick on and get on a bus and think that no one's allowed to say nothing to you because you claim that you are a woman even though you are blatantly a mentally deranged dude. Why have we become an okay culture? Why have the UK become an okay culture with anything goes? If I see it, I just have to look the other way and ignore it. Okay. My mind is blown. It's ruining our movies, it's ruining our games, it's ruining our culture, it's ruining our kids' minds. And I don't know how it has even crept in society. I have no idea. Right. Gloves. Level 10 gloves. Okay, we're going with the blue ones. Still can't get, like I say, I still can't get a better mask. It's crazy. Ooh, that's gains. Right, 22 on the health. I didn't even notice when the Writers Guild strike ended. Nothing but trash before, still nothing but trash. It was a bunch of people not producing anything of worth, saying we're not working anymore to produce anything of not worth, and we want to be paid more to not do it. I mean, that was the most ridiculous thing I think I've seen in the last year. That's probably the standout moment when they all stood outside some sort of building that was owned by some company and just screamed. I've never seen so many men standing there screaming like women. You are willing to stand out in the street and scream like a fucking Looney Tune, and you have no business writing my movies, my games, or my characters. You have got people working in jobs they don't deserve to be in. I don't know how they got there. They are doing things they shouldn't be doing. They're writing stuff that makes no sense. Marvel turning into She-Hulk. I don't know if you've seen this, but She-Hulk is now a meme. It's all female cast with all female empowered women doing all female things. That's great. Like I've said before, Tomb Raider, the bollocks. Every movie. Desperado, great female secondary lead. His partner is as badass as him. You can have a powerful woman and not be complete woke trash. Now, whoever's writing this crap, you need to stop. All of you. Because you have no idea what the public want and you have no idea about life. Why do we change male characters to female and white characters to black characters when it makes no fucking sense? If you're doing it for the right reasons, fine. Say like there was a famous black cowboy and we had a white guy play him in a movie 30 years ago. Okay, now we need to turn into a black guy because we're more conscious of what's going on. So let's do that. That makes sense. Don't turn Karate Kid black for the sake of turning Karate Kid black because it doesn't make any sense to me. Make a different movie that doesn't have the Karate Kid logo and make that for black people. Then they have their own fucking franchise. You don't have your own franchise if you steal it from another culture. Yeah? You don't get Mulan and then have a white guy play Mulan. Oh, well, she's not female anymore and she's not Asian anymore. She's now white, woke, and a dude. Like, we wouldn't do that. So why do they do it the other way around? It just wouldn't, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense when they do it. It wouldn't make sense if we did it. And these stupid people are writing this shit. Disney, as far as I know, have had nothing but flops for the past, 5 years? We watched Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters. I thought the movie, it got rated 4 out of 10. I think it's a 7 out of 10. It's a great movie, so I do back it. Like, you've got the Egon Spangler's daughter going lesbian in it, mixed race girl from the first movie being brought over to the second movie who has no impact on the story whatsoever. You could have replaced her with any other character and the movie moves the same pace. Therefore, you are pointless. There's nothing wrong with lesbianism. You're putting it into a kid's movie that doesn't need to be there. Why write it in if it doesn't need to be there? Do you know what? Watching movies from the 80s and 90s is the best way to go forward. Let them make their shit now, because you can always go back and watch good stuff. You don't have to watch this crap. That's what I do. I watch the good stuff. I watch John Wayne, Clint Eastwood. I watch Wesley Snipes be Blade. Blade will always be, in my eyes, Wesley Snipes. Maybe I'm stubborn, maybe I'm old. Both the women that played Tomb Raider were great. There's certain powerful women, there's certain powerful dudes that just do it proper. So, you know, we've progressed since then. We need to make it better. We need to make it more modern, more today. No, you need to shut the fuck up, quit your job, because what we want is to see what we saw in the 80s and the 90s again, all the way through the 2000s, because it works. People go buy it. People go see it. People like it. You don't like what you're making now, and unless you stop, then you're just going to make a bunch of shit that gets dust on it. Nobody's going to buy it. It's going to sit there. No one's going to make any money off of it. You can keep doing it as much as you want, but unless it's good, it doesn't survive. You have to be good. Barbie was essentially Mermaid. Mermaid is essentially the Lion King. Again, right? The chat. Do you know what I mean? You understand. You can't keep making crap and expecting us to swallow it. It doesn't work like that. We just stop watching your movies. Anything by Disney, I don't watch anymore. Shut up now before I get in trouble. Here we go. What is that? That thing's got teeth and tentacles and tusks. Doing 2 sucks of the life into 1 chuck of the life. That's done. We chopped him in half, bros. That was epic. It's not even about that. Do you know what? Race is stupid, you know? Like, honestly, like, my background, say, was very cultured. When I grew up, I lived on an estate in London with many, many cultures and stuff, and happened to take a liking to the browner of the skins, let's say, for a partner. Just what I grew up with and what pleases my eye the most, because a lot of blonde bimbos get on my tits. So I like to associate with people who have a little bit of something to talk about and can hold a good conversation. And I find that culture is a better place for me to be. I'm more associated with that culture, and everything was sort of edging towards the times of DMX and Tupac and all of this coming up. A lot of my movies growing up were Boys in the Hood and, you know, Menace to Society and all of these classics, Higher Learning, and it was all about race and culture and blending and all of this. And I was very much one of the first on my block to you know, date out of my own race, and people would, you know, shout stuff, say stuff, but I'm the type of bloke who's got a bit of bollocks and says fuck yeah. Once they realise, oh well, he's pretty much always going to be with someone of colour, they shut the fuck up and they just accept it, right? So it's the times changing. I think nowadays we have changed to the point where we say okay to anything. We had transvestites back in the day. You had cabaret. You'd have what I call like trannies on stage. They were cool, man. They were fun. They were like the dudes that dressed up that knew they were dudes. For the night, they're going to sing Tina Turner and have a good laugh. And we'd all have a laugh with them. Come and take pictures with us after. It was just the done thing in London that on a weekend you saw some sights. Now, you've only got to go out your front door to see some sights. I like to hide now. I hide in my house, do my own thing. I try and keep my opinions to my little circle, because no, whether I'm saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. Yeah, if I have a kid now, then the kid will grow up to be more woke than me. But they say, Dad, you can't say that. And I don't know what that could be, because I'm not a particularly hateful person. I don't say anything of much merit to anybody. Talk generally, talk a lot about general. So when I say Disney, I'm not talking about a specific person at Disney. I'm talking about as a whole. You know what I mean? So the kids nowadays would say, oh, you can't do that, you can't say that. That's insensitive. Do you know what? I wasn't born sensitive. I'm not a sensitive person. I was born to be hard. I was born to take what life throws at me and deal with it. Same way I talk with swear words is how I talk. There you go, prime example. So if I talk with a swear words, nowadays might get offended. Wokesters, you know, they've got so many terms and isms for everything. I don't know what you're talking. We're different languages. You know, we get on with it. I was born to roll. That's it. Feel like the vast majority of people give far too much power to words. Just air vibrating, calm down. People crying about curse words are the worst. I don't tend to swear too much, especially as I've got older. I definitely cleaned up my P's and Q's. I feel like I use swear words as a descriptive way to describe what I'm trying. It's like a passion. I kicked a door the other day and called it a c*** to describe the door. I'm not essentially trying to like be horrible or angry. It just hurts. So the door is now a do you know what I mean? Whereas I wouldn't call a person, unless we're having beef, I wouldn't call a person that, you know? Yes.
I see.
Yes, she sees. Did you mean some overused swears at anything, and then others get mad when one person says the F word? You could say, like, that was what I was trying to say then. It wasn't. Like, when I hear kids swear, it's in a disrespectful tone. It's not chit-chat. And I feel it comes from a place of disrespect, whereas an adult of my age group, I feel like it comes from a place of almost love. Like, we swear, especially British, it can be done as a joke. Just don't understand the offence. You don't understand why people get offended. See, I kind of do and I kind of don't. Like, my whole family swears, so... Like, Bubs will swear, and I'll be like, whoa, easy on the effing and the jeffing. So I'm like an old dad. I'm like, bro, come on now, keep the effing and jeffing low. At the same time, I will call the door I'm kind of hypocritical. I feel like kids don't get that. They don't get the distinction. Sometimes my mum will say, oh, don't you swear a lot? Oh, you can't say that about that person. But I'm not really calling or saying it in anger. I'm descriptively talking. I'm saying... I don't like him because he acts a bit of a prat. Doesn't mean he is a prat. It means he acts a little bit of a prat. But she takes the prat word and says, oh my God, you're swearing at him. I'm not. I'm calling him a bit of a prat. So sometimes he's a prat, sometimes he's not. Whereas she's taking it as, I called this person a prat. Because if they were in the room, I'd say, you know, sometimes you act a prat, right? And they'd probably go, yeah, sometimes. And I would tell exactly to people's faces what I say behind their back, because I am like that. And if anything, sometimes I get on the phone and I fucking call you and tell you, because that's who I am. I hate people that live in the little bubble that they create and then one day it bursts and they blame everyone else. I swear by the moon and the stars and the sky, I swear. There you go. There's that type of swearing too. I would make a great sailor. What? Where did that come from? Arr. I just bought Assassin's Creed 4. I've never played it. I hear there's some good pirating sections in it where you get to like fire cannons and that. I thought, I'll grab that. It was only a tenner. You've never heard the phrase curse like a sailor? No, I've never heard that. No one's ever used that around me. Curse like a sailor. Where are you from? The past? Maybe it's an American thing. Possibly. Other than Popeye the Sailor, Captain Birdseye, I don't know any sailor references. OJ died yesterday. R.I.P. White Bronco. OJ? You mean OJ Simpson? Did he die? I didn't know this. Mr. OJ 2 gloves? No, just the one glove. Wonder if they'll find the other glove now. Maybe they can get free reign of his house. That must have been a bugger, right? Being acquitted from such a thing. Not ever having, like, your missus trust you. In the winter, when he wants to put a pair of gloves on, you know, his girlfriend's going to be like,
What are you putting gloves on for?
where are we going? I ride up front. I'm not riding in the back. I never saw the court case. Again, you're American, so you probably followed it a lot closer. I was quite young when that OJ thing was about. Of course, they're not going to fit. That's it. Oh, yeah, it's all kicking off in here. Yes, with the level 13 and the big guy with no neck coming. The door can in all the way through that. They can't even get through the door.
We have happy accidents.
Yes, and they just dropped like 6 million bits of loot. If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. Phil. Oh, boss, do your job. Do your job. I haven't even mentioned the music in this game. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. It's very subtle. It's not annoying at all. Like, it is proper set up for you to grind hours, not get annoyed with it. Which I greatly appreciate. Every game we've had the opportunity to work with lately has given us good soundtracks. The game's pretty as well. Really, really pretty. He died, he went, my beautiful face. Did you see him?
You read this.
Not running.
I am actually running.
He's in a free skeleton running at me. Level 10 going on level 11 right now. So if it's going to be 10 levels per live stream, then that's going to pretty much lay it out for you guys watching on YouTube on a rerun. Basically 10 levels of video, makes sense.
Chop it up nicely for you.
Try and keep it compact, not spoiling the game for you too much. You can still enjoy it as a playthrough. You're going to be able to get a little bit of a discount. It's been an epic one. We've put the world to rights. We've had a great time with the game. First impressions roundup is Last Epoch is just a great game. If you like ARPGs or MMOs, you were disappointed with Diablo 3 or 4. This is a great alternative, and it's not the only alternative out there, but it is one of the top tier alternatives. You've got things like Undecember, Conan Exiles if you wanted to buy in. So Lost Ark was another one that we are yet to bring to live stream. Why are you running? I'm not running, baby. I'm not running. It's the end of my time. I do to my time and I leave. You know, a sale price, which I've seen it as low as $12. Definitely worth picking up a copy if you're into anything like this. The fact that you can play it offline, the fact that it's got 15 mastery classes and 100 plus skill tree items, even at full price at $22, which is the majority of the time this is on sale. You can click the link down below. Like I say, you get yourself a discount by doing so. And then you can go through and enjoy the game as I have, and hopefully do better than me, because I kind of suck at the game. I'm trying to get better. And we're going to be taking it from zero to hero. We're going to go through the entire game. And I think it's probably going to be one of my most memorable games this year. But thank you for joining me today. You make the show, you guys. So again, shout out to my man Phil, who is one of the main players. Everyone else who comes in, chats and YouTube side of things. We had good views on YouTube side of things. Watch time is key. MmoShanuz channel is growing like a monster. We're actually getting a lot of watch time compared to views, which means you guys are enjoying the content and watching all the way through. Anything you don't like, anything you think I can do better, leave it in the comments down below for the video that you specifically noticed it in. I'll try and do better for you guys. You know, I'm trying to do best content, trying to get it out in a timely fashion, but we still got Christmas to edit, still got Halloween last year to edit, got videos from 4 years ago that are just sitting on a back burner. We've got plenty of content, and thank you for all of your gracious comments and love and support. So till next time, peace out, look after yourself, look after your mum, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.